Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Ellen Barrett, today for Jessa Jeremiah. If you've ever been in a car accident or you know somebody who has, it can be a very traumatic experience, something you hope you never go through, but if you do, you want to have the right care so you can get back on track and get your life back in order. So with me today, I have Dr. Spennetta. He's the clinic director with Spennetta Family Care Chiropractic, and we're talking about that topic today. Great to have you here.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
What would you say, obviously, like I said, a very traumatic experience to go through. A lot of people aren't prepared for something like that. No one really is. What would you say is the number one thing people should know if that happens?
Okay, first thing, when the accident happens, you're scared,
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're okay, make sure the car is okay. Always get the information from the other person.
Sure.
Whether you're at fault or not at fault, that can all be sorted out later, but if the person leaves, there's no way to come back and get the information later. A lot of people don't even realize how hurt they are in the beginning. That's why one of the most important things you need to do is get in to see a chiropractor as soon as possible. You can go to the emergency room, they'll check and make sure nothing's broken or really serious going on, but they're not going to really offer much for treatment, just painkillers. You need to get in to see the chiropractor so we can analyze what's going on and make sure we start to get you healing the right way. In fact, if you can get into a chiropractor in the first 24 hours after a car accident, usually you can cut your recovery time in half.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a really big difference for folks.
Yeah, a lot of times people make a mistake. They use heat instead of ice after an accident.
Oh, okay.
And that actually increases the swelling in the joints and actually leads to more inflammation and more damage to the tissue. So always ice the first 3 days. Remember the NFL players? They're million dollar athletes. Whenever they get hurt on the field, it's always ice. It's
Ice,
never
ice,
heat.
ice.
Yep.
Now, how about physical therapy? Because that seems to be a common route that people go.
I firmly believe in physical therapy. In fact, we actually incorporate it into our office.
Awesome.
A lot of times I have patients that want to go to a physical therapist or their doctor says go to physical therapy, but you can't get in for like 2 or 3 months. And by then you've got tons of scar tissue, adhesions and stuff. So we actually do the chiropractic and the physical therapy together in the office. That way there's no traveling back and forth to different clinics and lots of waiting around and stuff. We can get you in, get you better, and get you back on your way.
You seem to know a lot about car accidents, even from the first practical advice you gave, just to get somebody's information, because I'm sure in that moment, you're so flustered, you don't think about those rational things.
Yep. Have
you treated, I'm guessing, quite a few car accident victims?
I've treated probably close to 1,300 car accidents.
Wow.
That's a lot. I've
That's a big
seen
number.
virtually everything possible come across my office. I've had, besides car accidents, I've had people with bullets still lodged in their spine. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm not afraid of the tough cases and stuff, but my passion is is car accidents.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really good to know for people who are going through something like that and maybe they think, it's too severe to go see a chiropractor or something like that. You've seen it all.
I've seen it all, yes.
Have you ever had to go to court before, I guess, dealing with car accidents?
Occasionally I have to go to court, but in reality, most cases settle before you get to court. I've probably only been to court a handful of times.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll do a deposition, but once they hear my testimony and I can explain what the injuries are, the insurance company offers up a fair settlement.
Sure. How about attorneys? I'm assuming that kind of plays into that as well.
Yeah, you need the right attorney. I mean, some people, try to hire one of their friends or someone who, their divorce attorney, but a divorce attorney is going to be lost when it comes to the field of car accidents and stuff. I've seen a lot of cases go horribly wrong because you've had the wrong attorney. There's even some big firms that they've got a lot of people, a lot of paralegals working on your case, but the attorneys actually don't even touch it until the very end.
Sure.
So I like to find the person, the right attorney, because if the attorney's more hands-on and follows things through, it's going to be easier for everybody.
Any other tips for viewers who are watching this who, maybe they're thinking, I was recently in an accident. Any advice you have?
Give me a call as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the more problems you're going to have with the insurance companies, the more scar tissue and stuff I'm going to have to work on to fix. So the sooner I can get you in, the sooner I can get you better.
The sooner you call, the better you feel. And easier for you, I'm assuming, too.
Easier for me. Everybody
Everybody
happy.
wins.
Yes.
Again, this is Dr. Spennetta, our news partner. He's the clinic director with Spennetta Family Care Chiropractic. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. And we'll be back with more Talk of the Town right after the break, so stay with us.